Hi, welcome to our channel. We're the GraceNotesStitchers. I'm Corinne.
I'm Colleen.
And we have little Paris joining us. Excuse me. I hope that you have enough time to sit and watch us, and I hope you enjoy our show today. And I'm going to call it a show because it's going to be quite nothing like one we've had in quite a while. I was just reminded we have not done a Flosstube since the Grace Notes retreat. So we have so much to talk about because not only do we have a retreat, today we just finished up Needlework Marketplace, the online. So, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And that's when my throat's tickling. I was down here surging and moving things around. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or...
oh, that we moved.
We have our space back. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you how good it makes me feel. What about you? You don't care. I
think you will care because I'm not right against the door that has the air conditioning, but I am also trying to speak louder. But you might be able to hear me a little bit better.
Yeah, we're hoping we're away from the door where our hot water heater and air conditioning is running all the time. So we're hoping that by being here, we won't have to like shout over top of it.
Yeah.
So we're not in the little office that we used to be in because that really is my sewing room, which I don't sew in. But that table is too big and takes up all the space. But anyway, I'm just very, very happy because you guys know that I was trying to find even a fake backdrop because I don't know. I didn't like the white doors. And so I was really happy that we were able to make it work and move things around. And my friends are going to be really happy. Miss Hannah and my sister, when you guys come, you'll be able to get down the basement steps because I moved those rolls. So, yeah, anyway. So, what would we like to start with?
Retreat's been over for a while. I'm sure you've seen videos. We were really late to getting ours, but we were doing a lot of extra stuff afterwards.
When's the last day off you had?
Before the retreat.
I'm going to say my last day off was about 4 weeks ago. But we are taking off no matter what this Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I haven't decided yet. It just depends on how she's feeling and where we're at. And I'll get more into that as we talk about what's been going on. So, I'm gotta be honest, if you could see what this table looks like in front of us right now, because we are really bad floss tubers right now. Yeah. There's a unspoken rule that says you don't use something until you've shown it on Flosstube.
Yeah.
Well, we hadn't made one in so long and we got back into it. And then we just kind of, so some stuff is not here. We tried and we just kept piling new things.
Running up and down the stairs. Yeah, I actually unpacked all my stuff and I really never do that.
I know, because my New Jersey bag is still together. Now, I'm going to be honest, there were not enough bags. So I knew I wasn't getting a swag bag. Which, you want to show your swag bag? So I didn't get one. Well, honestly, they actually sent us 2 extras. So I did get one. And so did Mr. Grace Notes. So that was cool. We didn't think we were getting one. And we got one anyway. But that meant I was not keeping my stuff in there. I was putting it in my stitchy bag, which, like a good girl, I unpacked. So anyway, we're going to show you gifts that we were given, like interspersed with stitching. And I'm trying to think. Let's talk about leading up to the retreat. And I apologize if you are new here. Hi, welcome. We are mother and daughter.
We are the owners of GraceNotesFabrics, and we're GraceNotesStitchers here.
So we started our YouTube as Stitchers. Then we started our fabric business. Then Colleen left and went full-time at Hobby Lobby as a custom framer, well, manager.
Yeah.
And now she's back to working full-time with me. But it's all about cross stitch, so hopefully you are a cross stitch enthusiast if you are joining us. Okay, so
we have our swag bag. What was in the swag bag?
Oh, you have it all put together.
And kind of maybe extra stuff like that. I'm just gonna put it on.
Okay, so you can explain what those things are.
Okay. try to talk slow. So what was in the bag? There was a plastic bag that held a bunch of things that we assembled. There's a little assembly line of that leading up to the treat. So we got a Grace Notes green pen. So it has our logo on it.
So if you can't tell, our theme was green.
Yes.
Because as a fabric business, we can't be partial to any colors. So our theme isn't anything in specific. Like, I mean, I kind of thought of friendship, but it's just because friendship and green go together in my head. But like, we don't say, oh, there's a theme to this retreat. It's a color theme. So everything we do, we try to keep in our colorway. So anyway, keep going.
And I think we did pretty good.
Oh yeah. So we have, these are our retreat exclusive t-shirts.
And we had green lanyards. I'll show you just the front. There is two star stickers on mine. Some people only had one, which would be the green, and it does look blue, but I'll just take it off.
Oops,
it does look blue, but it's purple for last year's color. So I have the 2 stars, and that when I was at both retreats. And should I talk about the make and take?
Sure.
Before I show all the stuff.
Sidetrack.
We had a make and take that was put together by my aunt, her sister, and it was on a little book ring. We had letter beads, and mine kind of it fell off. I'll take them off. So you could write whatever you want. You don't have to fill out the whole ring, or you could. So this first one I made, it says pup pup for my dogs, the pink for Paris, the blue for Twyla. And then we went to Hobby Lobby, my aunt and I, and we grabbed these frog charms. So we wrote Stitch Twins, because that's related to cross stitch, because we couldn't find cross stitch charms.
So why are you Stitch Twins?
Because we're the same person, but we're not really twins.
But you both like
blue
and flowers and
we
butterflies.
like to stitch the same stuff. We're gonna have some stitch along soon.
Yeah, they stitch a lot of the same. They trade patterns and they're going to do things together, but they have pretty much the same taste. So if Jamie and I don't like the same thing, she and Colleen do. So, but things like something we'll talk about later, we're not all 3 doing because we live together. So
yeah, it's gonna hang up in the house.
I'm going to show mine.
Yes, because you have a little bit extra stuff.
Dabbling. I mean, I was there 2 years too. Anyway, so my friend Sherry actually made these. She made the template for it, and then she emailed all of the name tags to me, and we made them double-sided because sometimes they flip over, and especially when I'm sitting there at the shop, it's easier to read people's name tags than try to hear over, what was your name? How do you spell that? So, and the nice thing is, like, when you're asking address and stuff, you can see that right there too. Not their full address, but, and then we also, because obviously we're Flosstubers, but because a lot of people are friends and they met each other through Flosstube, or they're like, oh, I want to watch your Flosstube. We have Flosstube and Instagram on, so that if you're like, hey, I want to start following you, you just have to hold this up and take a picture, and then you remember who it was. But it's really easy to do. My name tag was off as much as it was on because it just bothered my neck to no end. So I have bling, and I apologize in advance. I know it might have, it made my team feel special. So I know it's kind of singling a certain crowd out, but I'm in a game called Hell's Stitchin'. It's taken after Hell's Kitchen from Fox, and I forget the guy who runs it. I know you're yelling at me because I do know him, and I actually watched it quite a bit. Anyway, we make French fries in our kitchen game, and at our retreat, all 4 of the members of our team were actually there. So I surprised them by having this. They didn't know I was doing it, and I had it, like, I actually had it pinned on their name tags and stuff. So that was my kitchen team. And then an entirely different team was my other game, the one I talk about all the time, Jurassic Stitches. And that is run by my friend Heather, but my team is the Brachiosaurus Babes. And I was able to find this little dinosaur charms or pins, so I also put them on all 6 of ours. So our whole team was there for that too. So it's just kind of like something that never happens, and it was just so cool, and I wanted to make sure, you know, that I was able to do something special. I'm going to interject something here.
Yes.
Because
That's part of it.
I wasn't the only one who thought that it was special for our whole team to be there. My friend Kathy, she made us Tula pink bags. Is that not cool? So she made one for each of us on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a different fabric on the outside and or the front and the back. And then this is one of the accent fabrics that she put at the top and around. And then we have the same one on the inside. And then there's pockets.
It's quilted.
Yeah, it is quilted. She's amazing. This inside pocket is the same material on the back.
There's a project tag and show the little things.
Oh yeah, look at this cute little dinosaur charm she hung from her bags. I mean, oh, so thoughtful, so sweet. And then she also not threw in here, but treated us even more special by getting us cute oh goodness, cute little dinosaur needle minders. So that was really, really sweet. So I thought that was really cool. That I may have known a little bit about it because I helped her buy the fabric. I sold it to her because we sell Tula Pink. So now my team knows. I didn't tell them that I knew about them, but I didn't know what they were going to look like. I didn't know how she was doing them, and I was so thrilled to be included. So anyway, keep going.
Back to the little swag bag. There was like 2 random cuts of fabric. Those were supposed to be used in the were used in the Minute to Win It game. And someone will go to the table. The whole table could participate if they wanted to, and they compete. And they just win an extra raffle ticket for the door prizes.
Which was cool. But you didn't play, apparently.
I didn't get a chance to play. I was hardly at my table, but
yeah,
it's okay.
Colleen had a working retreat.
This was a gift. So in there, these were made by Sherry. They're a project tag. It has our logo on it. They have a little, what are these called? Safety pins. And on the back you can have notes. So we got one of those. I'm gonna have to like choose a special project for this one. There was, they've included from
No.
Nope.
Those were for you to use, and you didn't.
Right, you
Those weren't in your bag. Somebody picked them up and put them with your stuff so you could fill them out.
But they said 2023. So.
Yeah, so this was totally my fault. The brag table and the freebie table. My friend's like, "Oh, do you need new signs made?" I'm like, "No, I saved the ones from last year, so we're all good because I kept them safe." And I put them up and everything said 2023. Like, Corinne, did you not even look at them? I'm like, no, I had them in this place. They were unbent, unfolded, untouched. So yeah, even the brag tags, I was so pleased I had those ready to go.
And our freebie table had it too.
Yeah.
So we know to make undated ones.
Oh yeah.
Just like our banner.
Yes.
Let's see. So there were business cards.
So we have some, we call them partners in business, some really special friends who supported us from the beginning, like with our shop, but just have done things, special things for us. Like one of the first, I'm going to show them.
There's 2 of them.
But first is Black Cat Stitchery. She was the first person to ever ask if we could do a giveaway on our channel using her bags. So that was like super special. So she obviously holds a special meaning in our hearts. And then Silver Cat's Paw Studio. She was one of our trunk shows this year. And I don't know if we have any of the things we bought from her.
I do have one.
Okay. But she had scissor fobs and they're beautiful. She was an attendee last year. We were together at Stitch New Jersey.
She was one of my table mates this year.
She was one of her table mates that she never sat with. So she's really special. And then, where's the other ones? I was going to talk about each one of them. She just takes them right out of my hand here. And then, Mind Your Needle. Okay, let's talk about Annette for a moment. If you don't, if you're not part of Annette's Mind Your Needle group on Facebook, if you like needle minders, go join them. They're not expensive. And she does acrylic needle minders. Is that what they're called?
I think so.
Yeah. And, you know, And no, they're not enamel. And she has so many different kinds. She also does her own kind of scissor fobs and all kinds of things. And I've known Annette longer than just, I vended with her last year at Stitch New Jersey. That might be when I met her. I can't remember, but like we were friends almost instantly. And there are needle minders that she's going to show that were in our swag bag that were donated by Annette, 100% donated. And then she had these beautiful needle minder tins, and she donated 2 of them and gave me 1, and donated 2 to our raffle, or our door prizes, I should say. She's just so generous, so sweet. I can't say enough. And I love her. I love her. All right, another person that I love, Liberty Hill Needleworks. I'm gonna give you this because this has her business name and her address, and she has a needlework shop in Williamsburg. It's only been open about a year, but I have seen so many awesome things going on in her shop on Facebook. She's very interactive with her customers, but she also has somebody posting photos on Facebook that people allow for their finishes, and when they finish a project and they help her, she helps them frame them, they bring those in, and they get to be put on her Facebook page, which is really awesome. But she also donated some beautiful baskets for our door prize table. She wasn't even able to make it, but she sent the baskets ahead, and they were so thoughtful, so well planned. Again, I can't say enough. I mean,
and what she put in?
What?
She put patterns in. She put what in?
She put needle minders, I think, but I can't remember. It's just, oh, scissors. Like, these aren't dinky little baskets. I mean, these were humongous, gorgeous, full baskets. And if I can, I'll put a photo in here just because we actually have a photo of the people who won them.
Yep.
They were amazing and out of this world. And Susan is like so attentive to details that she didn't put fabric in. She's like, if they want fabric for these patterns, they need to come shop with you. I was like, oh my gosh, I would never have thought of that. She's been a supporter of our business since the day she opened. Like, we love her. We actually got a nice order from her today. She was our last order.
From Needle
We can't Marketplace. Needlework Marketplace. We can't remember. It's too many things going on, but it's exciting kinds of things. So anyway, Liberty Hill, if you're traveling to Williamsburg, or if you just need something and you know a needle shop that would, you just need a needle shop to send it to you, call her. Liberty Hill Needleworks. She will be happy to take orders over the phone. I'm sure of that. All right, so that's our business cards, and that's why we put them in there, because we want to advertise for them. So sorry, sounded like an infomercial.
Back to the swag bag. It was my called old-fashioned needle threader. I like this kind, so we included those all in there. There was a little notebook. You could write people's things in there, people's information. I didn't use mine yet. There was some chapstick. I got some lemon lip balm.
I lost my bag. I'll just be honest.
I got to pick mine. This is like a faux leather almost?
Yeah.
Faux leather. It's a bookmark.
Corner bookmark.
Corner bookmark. So you can stick it on there. It might be upside down, but
it's to save your page.
It doesn't come off. So
I mean, it's not meant to be on the whole
very
outside
nice.
of your book. But
who are these donated by?
We bought them.
Oh.
So that's part of
Donated by Grace Notes.
Well, no, not exactly. So when we charge our fee for the retreat, Grace Notes doesn't keep any of that money. We spend all of that money on our attendees.
To get back to you guys.
To get back to y'all. So actually some of the swag in the swag bag, some was donated and then some was purchased. And that was one of those, it's actually my sister's sister-in-law who made them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we bought them. And then this was donated.
It debuted. The floss tones. Now we can finally talk about them.
I thought that we could show a whole bunch of them at once.
There you go. And that's for colors.
So this is Sarah. This is my sister's line of hand-dyed floss. It's called Floss Tones, and they are now on our website. I don't have Sarah on there yet. I think I have it on, I just don't have pictures.
It's green.
It's green. It's the same as our Sarah fabric. So she is naming some after our fabrics, and then some she's creating on her own. So she's got
cherry pie filling.
Oh yeah, she's got an amazing, beautiful line of threads. So yeah, check out our website. Floss Tones are on there. It's under the threads.
Yep. Should we do like things handed out at the retreat?
Sure. Oh wait, in the swag bag also, some were a little confused. This was just something from our church, because most people who know us know that we have a deep faith in God, and this is called a tract. And in the New Testament, Jesus speaks in parables because he's kind of teaching a lesson in their language of the day. But I guess you've heard of the parable of the lost sheep. You know, he left the 99 and went and found the one. And that's to relate to how he feels towards us.
Right.
So this is similar. It tells a story, and they're talking about surviving COVID-19 to relate it to our life today. And just, it's a parallel of us being a Christian or how to become a Christian, but using COVID-19 as the story.
Because the first thing, because it says surviving, and at the very top it goes something worse than the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it introduces itself. That's
so anyway, if you are confused at all, that's what that is. Our friend Allison made us very special gifts.
I forgot to bring me down.
This is a needle minder, and it has two because it's a little on the heavy side, and so beautiful. And she made one for each of our team, which was really cool. Some of them were putting them as name tags, and I did.
I had the longest name.
Until I leaned over my chair and I got stuck. And then shortly after that, my husband lost one of his backs. So I was like, okay, fine, you can have one of my backs and I will put it on my project. Mm-hmm. And I'll use it as an actual needle minder. So mine's a needle minder.
I wear mine the whole weekend. So
these were supposed to be in our bags. This was another partner we had, and she'll be a trunk show next year. And these are just little floss bobbins, and they're by BU Needleworks. And she just wasn't there early enough for us to get these all into everybody's swag bags. So she just asked us, my husband, she's like, would you mind going around and putting them in everybody's spot? Because she didn't want to be like one of those people like trying to self-advertise or anything like that, which I thought was really, really sweet of her. And of course, my husband's like, well, I'll go around and talk to everybody. So, that worked out really well. He was very happy to hand those out. But it's custom embroidery, cross-stitch floss patterns, custom pin cushions, pins, and needle minders. And it's BEEU EWE Needleworks. So I look forward to seeing what she wants to bring next year to our retreat, because that's really going to be cool. Oh yeah, I misplaced that.
I think something came with this.
Oh, this is from Sherry. I knew that.
Oh, it's from Sherry. So it's a teeny tiny little needle minder, and she stuck a sticker, different kinds for everyone. Find joy in the journey. A little cute little charm.
Sherry was full of surprises for us.
Oh yes. Somebody. Did you say
Can't
crochet?
remember who. Yeah.
Hand crocheted like over at least 150 of these little things. A lot of people are putting on their name tags. Might do. I came back to that on my spot. Really nice. Then people handed out.
These are from Gina Megan.
I'll turn it to. What are these called? Zipper, like.
I don't know. I use them to hang project tags.
The little tiny things in there. And then there's a little mascara wand to be able to pull away the fuzzies from your project, and a nail file because you don't want to snag your fabric with your nails.
Yeah. I happen to, do that. And then I was given a couple of gifts from some people who I like a lot. I love. This is from Eva. Eva's special. Eva lets me help her pick out fabric for her projects, and we just sit and have fun together, and it's just so much fun. But anyway, she was handing these out to her table mates, and she got an extra one for me, and it's so neat. And in there is a pattern from Canada, a Canada pencil. Oh, and a little piece of fabric to do the pattern. And I don't know if she picked Lugana for me because, you know, I like Lugana. And then I felt something else in here. Yes. Aww.
They're so
Yep. Yeah, it's so cute. They're like playing cards. And yes, this is the colors of the Canadian flag. She was so thoughtful. And I will be honest, 100%. I don't remember. I don't think that she put these on. I could be wrong. I feel like somebody else gave me this. But that weekend, it was 3 weekends ago. It's a blur. Everything has become such a blur. So I'm going to apologize if I mess things up or people's names up.
So my table made gifts. I got a surprise symphony floss from Flosstube.
Oh, I didn't get one of those.
So it's a nice periwinkle color. So very nice.
Because she likes that color. My sister likes that color too.
So there's that. I don't know because by the time all our table mates came, we were not at our table. So I don't know who it's from. If
you mean this?
Yes.
Okay.
If you see this in my hand now is not the time. It's a seam ripper on there.
I tell my husband that all the time. But I think it's cool.
Yes.
GNF Retreat 2024. Is that not awesome? But there's stuff in there. So she was a good floss tuber and didn't use this yet.
Nope. There is a little
like
pin
wax.
cushion and a little piece of wax in some shape. Let me get them out. So it's a little green pin cushion with a magnet on the bottom, which I think,
So you can use it as a needle minder.
yes, because it is sticking. A little triceratops.
Oh, that's
It's like
so
a little
cute.
dinosaur thing too.
That is so cute.
It's very nice. I got things that were just handed out just because I'm a Grace Notes. Let's see, this one.
I don't know
got-
where mine is.
A little orb holder. I don't have many of these, and I have really been using it.
Where's
You
my
can
one
see
from
inside.
Harry?
But this thing is very nice. I love using this thing.
I don't know where my one from Harry is. Do you have something from him?
Nope.
Carla showed one.
I got they're double-sided little floss drops. That was really nice. They're really sturdy, if you can see that. And somebody walked in. Oh, we gotta talk about lace in class too. Needle graveyard. It's a little pill case. Little thing. It's a scissor pop, and I think either mine has a feather or a leaf. It's so cute. So I got that.
I have
That was
one
very nice.
too somewhere.
And then was there something else? There's that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Well, also in this flag bag, everybody got a piece of fabric.
I didn't bring mine down. Mine's already put away.
And Colleen actually named it. And it is called Rooted in Grace. So we got a fat
Green.
8th. Mine, of course, is Jovelyn. What was yours? Lugana?
Probably like, I don't know.
Okay. So we had one of those for everybody in their bag.
I guess 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what today's date is. It's almost a month ago. Are we in September?
No. It's the end of August. A few weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
This was also in
So we had the retreat
Yes.
that Sunday, the 11th, it was over. The next Sunday was the 18th. And we actually, that Saturday, Colleen and I worked in the morning. Then John and I drove up Saturday night to my parents because my son was preaching Sunday morning. He only preached like 4 times over the summer, and this was his only Sunday morning message. So we stayed overnight at my parents', stayed for church on Sunday, stayed for lunch, and then drove home Sunday afternoon. So that was the 18th. And then I came home and she's like, let's finish up the fabric. I just want to be done. So I worked that Sunday night too. And then this past Sunday was the event that we were doing. But the day before was my daughter's birthday. We had celebrated earlier on Thursday. We kind of took off Thursday. Didn't do too much. So yes, it's been 2 weeks, but one day runs into another.
It's been at least a month.
Yeah, so much has happened since then.
So it has the dates on there in our Grace Notes retreat. Does it say 2024? That's 2024 on there.
And we can tell you that next year, 2025 is going to be August 7th through the 10th. Same hotel. We actually go in tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to have lunch with the ladies who schedule everything and get our rooms booked. And they won't be available yet. But we'll be able to start telling you all any details that we get. So that's very exciting. They're excited to have us back. They were thrilled with, we were good. We behaved. We were a well-behaved group. So they were like, yes, come back.
So I'll kind of rate page by page of what was in there. There was a page talking about what was in the swag bag. For games, there was an acrostic for the word Grace Notes, or 2 words, Grace Notes.
Because we try to get people lots of door prizes, door prize tickets.
Yes, and these, like if you did the games in here, those would help give you extra tickets. So the minute to win it, there were random things like how many French knots can you do, how many backstitch boxes can you do.
I didn't play. I didn't even know they came to my table.
Because there weren't any specialty stitches, we thought that would be too hard. Just in case if you were like, I'm doing an eyeliner, people were like, oh, I don't know how that is, or I know what it is, but not how to do it. So it was more on the simple side, but I do not remember what they were. The frog game, we had one last year, but this one was a little bit different. Instead of having one frog at each table, we had a little, I think they're even like right over here, teeny tiny frogs. And people, when they would frog, go up and grab one, and then would we call out, it sometimes has the most frogs, and you collect everyone's from the table after you knew who had the most, and then they would get a ticket as they brought them all back to restart.
And every table had a winner.
Oh, yes. So,
and then we just listed some of the games that I played.
Oh, on your Facebook. And then the Make and Take describes it and when the times were for the little charm things.
And then Colleen's lacing class.
Should I talk about that, or should we go through all of this first?
Go ahead through it.
So we have all the ticket info. I have information on the quilt.
So our quilt, I guess we'll go ahead and stop here. Our quilt supported 2 different organizations. It was the Breast Cancer Research Foundation and then Precious Life Ministries. And together we raised $1,500, and so separately they each get $750. And Sherry was like, I think everybody needs to have a piece of the quilt. And she took and made orb books.
Yeah, orb books.
And or thread beds.
Oh, look, I have one in there.
Or thread beds, whatever you want to call it. So nice. I love these. I love them. I have a lot of them in my projects.
She made for the guys.
Yeah, and she made special ones for our guys. But she handed those all out after the raffle was drawn and the winner was picked.
Yep.
So that was really neat. Very special. And she generously donated her time of making the quilt. And then of course doing all of this. She had no time to cross stitch. And then, do you want to talk about that and I'll show?
Yes, because she has actual progress on it. So the Main Street start along sow was this sow for this year. Last year it was North Pole.
Welcome to the North Pole.
Welcome to the North Pole. I don't remember the designer. And they took a picture of, even if you hadn't finished it, you took a picture with everyone there. She even forgot that they took a picture.
Well, someone said to me, I don't think we took pictures. And I said,
oh no, I don't
I feel like we did. I said, or am I just imagining it? And then I was like, but I don't really remember it. So then I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta take a picture.
Take our picture. And everyone, just a whole room goes, we did that already. And we're like, oh. Oops.
It's okay. It's okay.
So yes, in there.
So it's Main Street by Finally a Farm Girl. I'm doing mine on pistachio frappe. And so these were the needle minders actually donated by Annette. And it's really cool. It says Grace Notes Nose Retreats. She designed them herself. So that's cool. But we couldn't find something that like really matched the pattern, which is right here. So this is the actual pattern. And I'm really thrilled with the pattern. Like, it really suits Grace Notes. And like up here in the initials, we're going to put TNF for Grace Notes Fabric and establish 2021 because that's when we started our business. But she's going to stitch the bakery for me, which is why we're not going to have multiples in our house. And then the American flags, my husband is going to stitch. So Mr. Grace Notes is going to have a part in it too. So it'll be all of our project. But anyway, my sister designed this really cute needle minder. So I gifted those. Annette had them made for me. And then I gifted them to everybody who bought the kit because I thought they needed it.
Next are patterns.
Okay, so then we had a few designers who gave us freebies. Oh my goodness, and I just packed up the one model. Oh, don't show it.
I can't from before.
No.
It's a flamingo. It's a cute flamingo. My aunt stitched it and she took it home. Right.
Okay, and then this one was by Franny Ritter, and Hannah stitched it for us. The called for was Alan. So we quick sent a piece of Alan down to Hannah, and she got this stitched up real quick for us. And then Colleen laced it.
On display at the shop, right there at the retreat. This is a World Cross Stitch Day.
Yep, World Cross Stitch Day took place during our retreat. And then we didn't have a model, but one of our attendees also designed a special pattern. That was Donald Chirby. And then Nancy from Faithworks Designs, I just put the model back to send back to her. But beautiful, beautiful little tree. But it's on our Facebook page. And you know what? I can insert that. So hopefully I remember to put that in. And then
this one you can't even, like, there's no worry about it. But it was designed by myself.
Excuse me.
So I'm just showing that it's really tiny in there. And I do have the model for it. My mother stitched it. And if anyone, because I know it is small in the booklet, if you do want to be able to stitch it, we can send you the PDF form of it. Because I kind of like the pattern. So she stitched it on Frosted Lemonade. And we call it, I think it's called May Emerald and Lily of the Valley. So I did a little emerald, or a big emerald, and some little flowers on it. So this is my second design. I designed a rose and pearls last year retreat. I like this one better. Yeah, I like it a lot. But yeah, so I have two patterns now that I have done.
I am so sorry. The dogs were making a loud ruckus, and I thought it was time to put a stop to that because Twyla was on one side of the door and Paris was on the other side of the door. So I grabbed a bag of frogs. So we had, everybody didn't take one home. Well, they may have. There was 200. So these are cute little frogs, and we sent one home with everybody. And then there's some pre-order stuff. So these were the tumblers. So that's Colleen's. And then we had little zipper pouches that matched. And then what else?
There were the shirts. You could order pink or you could order the green. So those were in your swag bags if you had ordered it. There was fabric. If you had ordered fabric between a certain amount of time that we had said done, it was there for retreat delivery. All right, so the stitch alongs that were in there, people pre-ordered.
Yep. So we were talking about before the retreat, and then we got into the retreat, and I don't know how all that happened.
Yeah.
But leading up to the retreat, I wanted to do a Flosstube because Monday before the retreat, Hannah came, and that's when we printed all the name tags. We ended up having to go to Staples because my printer was not picking up the cardstock. So we went to Staples, then we brought them back. I cut them, and then these were a nightmare. She was having such trouble opening these that we had Mr. Grace Notes helping us. And then Colleen was putting the lanyards on. So it was all hands on deck to assemble these name tags. So that was Monday. And then Tuesday, my sister came and helped us get everything organized for the swag bag. Because that little baggie that Colleen had before she took everything out, Jamie had assembled most of that stuff at home, and then we had more things, so we quick put those all together. And yeah, so we did it a little bit at home on Monday and Tuesday, and I really did hope that we could do a Flosstube with all four of us. And then time just really got away from us. It flew, And then Wednesday we were able to get in, just a little behind the scenes stuff. Wednesday we were able to get into the hotel at noon, and we started setting up the big room, and that was fun. We ended up, I think it was 2 o'clock, being able to do the swag bags in a smaller room. So I was able to leave some people setting up actually the shop, and then we went the room. Oh my gosh, the stitching room itself was absolutely beautiful. The hotel did a very nice job setting them up. We didn't have to move a lot. They had power strips taped down to the ground for us, and it was good. Everybody had power at their tables. They didn't have outlets that could space enough out, so they actually had generators that they would charge every night. Like, the hotel was just that on top of things. It was just special. And then we had to assemble the swag bags on Wednesday, and
I was in charge of putting out the fabric. Other people helped, but I was in charge of it.
Yes, that was you. But my sister gave us a few gifts, and I wanted to bring my mug down, and that's what I forgot. So she donated for the door prizes a mug that was the same as the little needle minder, and on the back it said Grace Knits Retreat 2024. Mine says Main Street Stitch Along 2024, and so does hers. So that's really cute.
I got one too.
Yeah. And then she did some other special little things. Well, these I also included in my kits that my friend Sherry made. Oh, I guess this one's Dad's. I guess this one's my BU. Hey, look, there's mine. I found a few of my trinkets. And then, I don't know who made this for me. So I was given, oh, Aunt Jamie. So she gave me, oh my goodness, a very, very pretty ornate zipper pull, or scissor fob, I'm sorry. So that is mine. And then she made me counting pins, which I already lost a bead because I'm a klutz and dropped it. So the top pearl of my heart is missing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we can't even find the pearl. And then she made these little zipper pulls. So that was my scissor fob that she made me. And then this is the cute little zipper pull she made. I think for everybody else it's just the one. But the one for me, she made a little bit more ornate. But she made these for everybody and donated them. Like, that was just really, really sweet. A lot of time put in there. Yeah, she took a lot of time making those, and I mean, so did Sherry. Obviously, look how beautiful that is, and I thought that was really, really sweet. So yeah, I hid everything away in my little tin from Annette. Oh, and then who made these?
Oh, that's cute.
Is this from Allison?
It looks like it.
I can't remember. I feel like it's from Allison, but I could be wrong. This cute, cute little tin. Inside it says Grace Notes Retreat. Needle minder with a needle. White floss. And then cute little tiny scissors. And there's a little threader in there. So it's really, really cute. Ah! Okay. So you want to talk about your lacing class?
Yes. Lacing class. We bought how many hangerfuls of projects, just in case people forgot their project. No, everyone had their projects, so they didn't have to. They didn't have to lace hers. I was gonna get 4 of hers done during the class. It says I had 4 classes, but I wanted to get one of mine done, and then somebody at the retreat talked me into doing one of theirs for them.
We won't name names, Carla.
Okay. So, very, very chaotic on the back. But that is what I taught people. And definitely frustration was in the room. But people got the hang of it. People did amazing jobs. And I love seeing the finishes. We had a picture kind of towards the end of the retreat. But it was very fun. I enjoyed teaching it. It was one of my first teaching experiences. But they were great students. And there were 2 takeaways. And then you had people like Carla. There were 2 takeaways. Basically, it was, oh, I can do this. And then the other takeaway was,
now I know why I pay people to do this. And then you have Carla, who's like, I can do the small ones and I'll pay you to do the big ones. So that's, well, I'm the, hey, I know why it costs money when you go to Hobby Lobby and any needlework place, and, or I know why you have to pay a needlework fee.
Yeah.
But something to be said about lacing is this is not meant to be your finish.
Yeah, like it's
not exactly a flat fold.
Because I have like folded corners. It's kind of bumpy there, but this is what I did in the frame shop when you were ready to put into the frame.
It's meant to be framed. Yeah. So it's not a flat fold finish. A flat fold finish isn't typically done on foam core.
And I have no idea how to do those.
Yeah. So she laced my light. That was Barbara Anna. Summer Buzz by Tempting Tangles. All right.
And this was by Jordan Purvey, Eiffel Quaker.
And she finished before Mom.
Yes.
Okay, so then of course Wednesday and Thursday morning we were setting up trunk shows, and my dear friend Melissa, who is Shiva Designs and one of our trunk shows, and she had beautiful bags there for sale, and I think you have one?
I got like 3.
Okay, so she's going to show what she got. I didn't make it over there because I was too busy, so she cleaned up before I could even look to see what she had, which is probably good. I didn't need to spend money. But this was a bag she made as a door prize. She made 2 as door prizes, but this one was extra special. It's got the purple in it for me, and then she embroidered on the back, GraceNotesFabrics Stitch Retreat 2024. I don't know if you can see the purple on it, but she goes, I made you one too because I was afraid you were going to take the other one. I was like, oh, I would have been tempted, but I think I'd have been good.
Bag for a door prize? What's our prize?
Yeah, but she put her maple leaf that she puts on all of her bags, but she added the little music note, or music charm. So that was really, really cool, and such a special gift. Such a special gift.
Should I show mine?
Yeah, go ahead and show
I
yours.
purchased these. So I think on all of them? I don't know if she puts the maple leaf. Oh yes. So this one has a project tag on it, and it's one that doesn't have the vinyl. So, oh no, it does have both on there. So she put a flag, and because she's Shiba, she's the Shiba Inu. There's the paw print. Yep, and a little maple leaf and a project tag. That's very noisy. But I love this one. When I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness! And this was after everyone had gone through them, and I saw that was there. But since I haven't started it, but it's like a road travel piece, I was like, oh, this could go with it. And it just has all the different countries. I'm gonna unzip because there was a matching thread bag. It's got a little navy and her little tag in there, London on there, and on the inside is this pretty blue fabric. And then I have 2 more. Okay. I love strawberries. I love strawberry flavored things, so that's why this one spoke to me. So pretty. And then I just like this one, but my aunt pointed this one out because what is on it? A peacock.
It's pink.
Yep.
For Grayson.
And I love the teeny, like, tiny details to the inside of the pattern there.
If you're wondering why there's pink for Grace Notes, it's because her favorite color is blue. My favorite color is purple, and we both like pink.
Yeah, I used to like pink. No kidding.
So Grace Notes color is pink.
I just dropped everything.
Pink for Grace Notes. All right. And then we had a very special friend. Her name is Sharon. We met her at StitchCon, and we were there, and she noticed that we were picking up the British cross-stitch magazines, and she's like, you like those? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to collect all of them because I only started getting them in a certain year. I guess it was 2022 or something. And she said, or 2021, and she said, oh, I have a whole bunch of those at home. Sometime when I know I'll see you, I'll bring them. And then we went to Steel City together, and she's like, oh my goodness, I forgot them. She's like, but that's okay, I'll bring them at the Grace Notes retreat. And she brought us a box, and I got a whole bunch, and I don't have any of them. So they're all new. And I got these, and you got the World of Cross Stitch.
And those were all new to my collection.
So that was really cool. And she gave you something else.
She said, I have a pattern for you I think you'll like. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it's got a bunch of threads in there. I think, yeah, oh, there's like a shiny thread, gold, like it's not DMC, I don't think.
No,
it's really shiny, so.
It's like blending filament.
Right, so pretty. That's gonna have to be stitched sometime.
Another pre-retreat gift from my sister. Oh, sheesh. Okay, I have two things here. She made these beautiful little clay needle minders, and they're turtles, and she let me pick which one I wanted, and I picked the purple one with the grapes. And she sold these at the retreat.
I picked one. I don't have that one. I don't know where it is. But I got the stubby one. She's like, yeah.
That's one you got at the retreat. No. I don't know how you got that then.
It's a turtle. It's cute. I love them. She had a bunch of different ones, kind of fruit themed. There was a pumpkin one.
Yeah.
In the back, what do you call that? Little stems of the pumpkin. That's why people were thinking it was a frog, because the stem of the thing looked like it was a little frog on it.
And then she also made the deluxe thread beds, and she had one of these that she gave away with the project bag. So I have one of those.
And then do you have patterns from the retreat?
Yes. Oh wait, one more thing with the Main Street, because my sister, so Carla, I know Sherry is extra, so is Jamie. I think they're like in the running. Oh, that's where my
There it is.
So Jamie says to me, I don't think you're gonna have time to do the make and take, are you? And I said no. So she went down and she came back and she made me one that said Main Street. Did she make me another one? I feel like she brought me this one. I think she made me another one that said Grace Notes.
So what's on the front of those?
So then, this is what I was going to get into the extra. She made me floss drops. So I have Main Street floss drops, and she made them pink and purple because those are my favorite colors. And they're all the different themes of the building. So it's not like...
Main Street and Church Street.
Yeah. Like she just found these images and made her own floss drops because she's clever and thinks of things that I don't think of. So everybody needs a sister like that in their life. And this was also a gift that I don't remember who it was from.
It's really pretty.
It's really, really pretty. We also have another thing that is shaped funny, and that Aunt Jamie wasn't putting it together right, remember?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
And then we have a tiny bit of haul that we shopped, because we shopped the trunk shows. Oh wait,
we shopped the trunk shows. So one of this, we got a few for the one for the door price, and one for me. It's a kit. It's Grogu.
Yep.
It's called Grogu. And Hannah was announcing it at the retreat, and she's like, "All right, the door price for the Grogu." People are like, "Huh? What?" She goes, "Baby Yoda!" And I was like, "Oh!" So then people are like, "Oh, that's what I put my tickets in for." So I did just get one.
Yeah, hers wasn't part of the retreat.
And
but that was one of the
freebie table. I just found this cute little thing because it has a little easel to it, and it's a dog shape. And it's a kit, and it's like a stretched piece of Ada, so it's cute. I had to grab that.
And then there is a table who everybody remained really close-knit from 2023, and they decided in 2024 that they were going to do a table stitch along. And I went, well, since my table told me, they disowned me last year basically. I said, it means I don't really have a table, so can I be part of your table and be part of your stitch along? And well, yes, of course you can, because they were nice, right? So I picked the Honeybee Quaker because they were all doing these little Quaker pillows. Mine came after the retreat started. The package came and they brought it to me. So obviously I didn't have fabric. I know I could have picked something off the table, but I'm not going to do that. So I didn't have fabric and I didn't have things. So they were all starting theirs right there at the retreat, and I didn't really have time to sit down anyway. So inside, I don't want to show you the pattern, but they all signed my pattern because I said to them, if you can't stitch them here, can you sign my pattern? And then I'm going to save stitches for this for next year and have them put stitches in. Yes. So now let's talk haul. So Finally a Farm Girl was one of ours. And I got this cute little Be Kind. So another one that I picked up was the Swedish Sampler, and it's designed by Finally a Farm Girl also. And I loved what it said. It's love me when I least deserve it, because that's when I really need it. And it just spoke to me because it's so true. People can be so unlovable and prickly, and that's when they actually need us to show more love. And it's true. And then Sambury, I am missing one of hers. Oh no, there it is. It's underneath. All right. And then, of course, bees. Big Beekeeper Bigfoot. Oh my gosh. I just loved it and I had to have it. So I did. And then this was just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just simple. I love the colors, but it's called the Yeti Sampler, and it's a reproduction. I don't have any reproduction samplers. So
NPI Silks.
Yeah, it's with NPI Silks. So this is my first reproduction sampler. So thank you if you're watching this, Becca. Just something about this, whatever it is you did, because the original is on the back. It's not clear, or I would show it to you. It's really a dark picture, but just I loved it so much that I bought that. And then she actually designed this one on our fabric. This is on Colleen. We also have Jewish heritage, so she didn't know that when she designed this, but I was just really excited to see it. Here I am. And yeah, so I'm hoping to make them scorny one day. We'll see. But that's really, really cool. Then this is one more. This is by Stitchy Pros, and it's a Stitcher's Wish. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Cross all my X's right, so I don't have to frog tonight. Come on. Who doesn't like that? Yeah. And then she had a bunch of needle minders and
the bees over tea or coffee.
I did buy something from, well, you got from Works by ABC.
I don't know if I said in the last video or the one wrapped up for Stitch in Jersey, if that was the last video we had. I had shown that I got the Majestic Lace. I don't want to butcher the name.
Or Poisson.
You can read the word. It's a butterfly. So she sold out of this when she was vending at the retreat, and I got this delivered at the retreat. So I love
know that I picked up some things by New York Dreamer. I just don't know where I put them. No, it wasn't New York Dreamer. It was Franny Ritter. I don't know where I put them.
So because it's stitched on Passion. No, is it Passion?
No,
Pensiero. I got some Pensiero dyed for me,
and we actually literally ironed it today.
Yes, it's so pretty.
It is hot off the presses.
It's just very nice, and I love how it is on there. The gold frame she had it in. Ooh. So I love this pattern. I'll have to stitch at some point.
So I think that's it for like items that we have of the retreat. We had some frames on display so that people could try out the roller frame and the Millennium frame. So after playing with my Millennium frame, I know some of my friends have gone and ordered those. We had my Omnique Quantum frame there. We had some, I can't think of them, Nurge hoops. We had both the square one and the round one for people to try out. It was okay. I mean, it's kind of hard because some people don't like to take their projects out of, so it was all right, but it was nice to have them on display. We did have the freebie table. We had 2 areas of brag tables.
Some beautiful stuff there.
And we had some beautiful door prizes, and the quilt was hanging
off the TV.
No, that was fun. Trying to figure out what we were going to do with that.
Just at one side of the room, everyone, from anywhere in the room, like you could see it. So
yeah,
it was
centered and it was beautiful. Our friend made us a gorgeous banner that we had out in the, so We
In the
had
lobby?
like 3 rooms to ourselves. We had the huge ballroom, and then we had what I called the inner lobby. They call it like a pre-meeting area, but we had tables set out there that we could eat, and we were going to use it for late night stitching, but we ended up just, people would congregate together in the ballroom, so we didn't end up going out there, but they could use it for early morning stitching before the room opened. And during that time, for an hour before that, on Friday and Saturday morning, I had coffee with Corinne, and I talked about differences in fabrics, and I just answered any kinds of questions that people had about fabrics. I forget the fancy name that my sister put in the booklet, but it was something about fibers. I don't know, but it was just fun, and it was I enjoyed being able to kind of get into a little bit more detail about shrinkage and just different things like that some people are interested in, and you know, I can way over explain to people. So this was a way to dying to learn about fabric is what she called it.
Yeah.
But it was just a way for me to be able to talk to the people who actually wanted to hear that kind of stuff, and so it was fun. And then lots of Q&A, and then Sunday morning in the same room, my sister held a Bible study for the people who, you know, were like, oh, I didn't get to go to church today, but I'd like to be part of the Bible study. So that was nice. And then, yeah, the doors opened every morning at 9, and then the stitching took place. We had our shop open for a few hours. I did have it open a little less this year than last year, because last year there were times people would be just up there looking, but I really wasn't needed, and I wanted to be able to visit with people. I felt like last year I didn't get to visit as much as I wanted to, so I got to go around to the tables a lot more this year. And of course, you know, my favorite thing, talking to people. So so to me it was an awesome retreat because I talked to everyone. And yeah, and what else? Oh, this is my bag, my last Black Needle Society box. So I guess we'll stop talking about Grace Notes Retreat unless something like pricks our brain, like, oh, you just have to know this. But I got my final, I think it's my final Black Needle Society box. I decided they have quite a waiting list. It's time to let somebody else have a chance. So I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. It's really pretty. I really like this bag a lot. The night it was, I can't really remember. It was like summer nights or something was the theme. And I figured by their description it would have something to do with lightning bugs. I think I was wrong. But night comes and stars their wanted vigils keep in soft, unfathomable depths of sky. This is Starry Owl by Blue Flower. This is something I will definitely stitch someday. Guess what? Stitching under the stars. I forget that you know, actually get told what it's. And look at this, Starry Night floss drops. Stardust and Stitches, floss jewelry is what they call theirs. And then needle minders. This is from Peter Pan. It says second star to the right and straight on till morning. Sorry, it took me a moment to focus on that. Their needle minders are some of my favorite. I love the feel of their enamel. So I will miss that. I know they have the Volt, but it's okay. And then they had some Fiberlicious threads. This is Ursa Major and Milky Way. I feel like there was a green one, but oh nope, there it is. Shooting Stars.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So these are Fiberlicious threads. Shine like the stars. It's a little stress ball. I like that a lot. I can use that now. See, I was a good floss tuber in holding this. And then very nice finishing fabric. And this is cute. It's a little neck light. Hang around your neck. That I could use that at the retreat. And then this is also going to be used now. It's a Galaxy Glasses cloth. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yes. Now I can use that. I hadn't even opened that because I knew I wanted to show it to you all. So that's everything in there. Was there fabric? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. No, because they have the finishing fabric. But very cool. Very, very cool. So anyway, I'm saying goodbye to Black Needle Society for now. But I guess that leads me into another little announcement.
Before, this is,
oh, okay.
This is like gift at the end of the retreat.
By me?
No, like
by who?
No, I came downstairs and
was that by Aunt Jamie?
No, I'm telling the story. Someone wanted to give this to you. She wasn't saying who it was. She goes, they might be in the room, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Aunt Jamie. No, it's me. Like the way I didn't know what you would say. So it's one of the scissor files from Silver Paw. Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. Little silver scissors on there. It's all blue. Who knew?
Oh yeah, I picked that for her. I thought I did. See, even
Yeah,
2 weeks ago, I remember. I remember some things. All right, so we haven't opened up the registration or the signups for this yet, but we will be on September 1st in our GraceNotesFabrics Facebook group,
not page.
Facebook group or Facebook page. I stink at keeping that updated. But anyway, Facebook group, you'll see an announcement, and we are going to be putting out our first mystery box, and that is going to be Nutcracker themed for Christmas. It will be all Stitchy related because some people don't appreciate the extras. As I'm playing with my extra, some extras I do kind of like, but no, there will be nothing that's not usable in your Stitchy spot, no cups or anything like that. And it's all Stitch related, it's all Nutcracker themed. My sister, Jamie, who's Floss Tones, is actually doing a lot of the putting together and gathering of it. We'll build that in October and send it out in December. But we're super excited about our boxes. She's going to come here, we'll assemble them and get them shipped out together. And I mean, I can't really tell you anything that's in it except that our very special secret pattern is designed by Arlene from Works by ABC, so our first collaboration. And you know, being that it's sponsored by GraceNotesFabrics, there's a good guess that you're going to get a piece of fabric in there. And the other pretty good guess would be maybe a little bit of floss, since, you know, Miss Floss Tones is also part of it. But that's all I'm saying. I gotta keep my mouth zipped because
don't want the secrets out.
Yeah, and yeah, Colleen might even be putting something in.
Hush, hush.
But, you know, there's that. So anyway, that, just keep your eye on
our Facebook group.
Yes,
GraceNotesFabrics.
September 1st. That was just one of the perks that we let people sign up first in our retreat. The sign up is nowhere near full. We have 100 boxes that we're going to do, so don't worry, don't fret. We still have plenty of space. You don't have to worry. I don't want you to feel. Yep. Then, so right before the retreat, we cut and serged all the fabric for Fabric of the Month. So this is why we've had no days off, because we knew that people wanted their Fabric of the Month like after the retreat. So retreat happened. Monday and Tuesday we spent cleaning up and putting away all of the stuff from the retreat, and Tuesday we spent getting all the trunk shows out, right? And then Wednesday we started dyeing. So we're doing this early enough that if you haven't received it, you might want to look away. we don't normally do one so quickly. This is our color of the month. It's called Autumn Memories.
Speaking now, and you have Jovelin.
And mine is Jovelin. So I didn't bring any linen down. I don't think I had any left, to be honest. We did better with our numbers this time. And then it's a little bit richer on linen. Mine's more pale. And then Oceans Apart. This looks a lot like it.
Yeah, it's definitely got the modeling on that side too.
Yeah.
Flip the other side. It's definitely got some modeling in it.
This is our neutral.
Very pretty, and your inspiration for the name was?
A song.
Yes.
Richard Marx. So you're welcome now that I put that in your head, because I have not stopped singing that since this fabric came out. So
Wasn't it
anyway,
like, doesn't it remind you of oceans? So it was hard to pick a name for it, but it works for it. So finally get to stitching. Is that what you guys are here for?
yeah, we had a lot going on. So we did all of that. I didn't do much stitching at all. Colleen, on the other hand, did. So you go ahead and show your. Oh wait, I did some retreat stitching.
Oh, I did like none retreat stitching.
Okay, so the only real stitching I did was the last night, because I was showing off my awesome travel magnifier. I love it, and you can find it on Amazon if you're really interested. It's got a heavy base to it, and I actually got real stitching done that night because it was because it was set up. I found that I really struggled without it, and so it's either set up the magnifier or don't stitch, because I was just kidding myself. I put like 40 stitches in Main Street like the whole day. And then at night I would sit down to stitch this, and I just couldn't do it. And then finally the last night, Carla was like, "Are you actually gonna stitch?" And I'm like, "Well," she goes, "Your magnifier's set up. I bet you can stitch now." I'm like, "Oh, I got 200 stitches or something like that." Okay, go ahead, show off your stuff.
Well, I was stitching on an old pattern of mine. I think it's called Grove Fresh Lemons. I was working on it a little bit, only like really close to retreat. Totally finish it at the retreat to then be able to have a new start. I did stitch a little bit, when we were first opening up, or when the stragglers came in for the retreat. My aunt and I, we sat in the room. I think that was our retreat room, because we probably spent like 80% of our time in that room. So I stitched a little bit on that. I'll show you it, but it's no longer wet. It's a finish.
Yep.
I only just finished it yesterday.
Last night, yep.
So I was also using my aunt's 6x6 Q-snap, so I have to give it back to her. I noticed that I still had it. So she's like, "Isn't that an incentive to finish it?" And I finished it. You have your blueberries that you gave to me, right? Plums. But I finished the watermelon. I was gonna go grab it, but this is one of the sister pieces to it. So it's from Crazy for Cross Stitch magazine, the 2004 edition.
Yeah, so Colleen was stitching like Needlework Marketplace. Most people were messaging me, or I was messaging them. So she didn't have a ton to do during Needlework Marketplace, but like today I really needed her, because we're messaging me and she's looking up, because sometimes their name, like their design name, would pop up and sometimes it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Look that up for me, please, so that I know who I'm talking to." And then there were just times that we'd have two people, or they would message her, because Colleen comes first in the alphabet, so they'd message her instead of me.
Right.
And then
my camera wouldn't work, so either way they'd still have to measure or video chat with her, which was fine.
And we were putting in orders, like the shop orders.
At the retreat,
You started this?
I did not follow my plan of finishing to start. I started this at retreat.
Oh,
And
go
I
ahead.
had barely any stitches on it. But I did start it.
No
So-
wonder you didn't show your needle minder.
Yeah, I didn't show you.
Either
Since
one.
I've had this pattern since 2021 from StitchCon, Memorial Day by Hands On Design. I didn't know what fabric I wanted to do it on, especially at that point.
Until you dug through Mom's stash.
I had a certain count I wanted to do because I'm stitching with sulkies. These beautiful colors. I'm doing 1 strand, 1/2, 1/36 count Joe bullet. But yeah, the sulkies on there, all that stuff. It's a patriotic pack, so I bought that also at StitchCon. So I am doing it on coconut milk by GraceNotesFabrics, and I did the white, and I got really bored of that. So I went and did some red, got a little bored of that. So I went and did some blue, and now I'm gonna get bored of it and go and do like this little like clothesline thing, and then probably do the pole, and maybe go into the words, because this one I think I can jump around a lot in. But it's a cute pattern, and it'll fit in the entire Q-snap, so I don't even have to like move it around.
Well, that's good.
And since it's a patriotic bag, this is a Black Cat X Stitchery, I'll store the stuff in there. The project won't fit in there, but I'll have all the little stuff with it. Oh, and this was in the goodie bag. So I have my needle minder. This is a little flower. It's a clay needle minder that my aunt made for everyone in their swag bags.
Donated those also.
I almost call it like a cupcake top because it almost looks like 3-dimensional whipped cream or something.
But it's a rose.
But it's a flower.
Yeah.
And it's really pretty. And it's green. So yes, New York Marketplace.
So we jumped right out of our retreat, went to Fabrics, our Fabric of the Month, and then we had to get ready for Needlework Marketplace, and we had an exclusive, and it was called Sandstone, and if I would have been smart, I'd have brought a piece down, but I didn't. But it's only being sold right now in in any shop that purchased it, and so we had 6 colors that were available to the shops to order through that. So they were putting in orders, and they were coming in through the system that they had set up, but it came to our email, but it didn't invoice anybody, which was actually great because every designer and maker could then bill the way they normally bill. So use their normal system. So I would see the email, I would tell Colleen the order, and she would input it into our billing system, and then she'd read it back to me so that I could put it on our die list. So we had 2 computers set up side by side, and then so only really when an order was there that we were working on, because we wanted to stay on top of it. Other than that, we were watching Bones. We've been binging Bones, the TV show, and she was stitching most of the time. I stitched a little, but I was emailing people. Yeah. And, you know, I was just reaching out to designers that I knew, some designers I didn't know, and just kind of making connections and stuff. So that was good. And that went until 2 o'clock today. And then because we want to get this stuff out as fast as possible, we spent the whole rest of the day cutting and serging so that we can get all that sandstone out. They have other orders. Yeah, so they have other orders. So tomorrow we'll be dyeing sandstone and then cutting and serging for the rest of the week's dyeing. So we got a lot going on, a lot coming up.
Still preparing for Galleria.
And that's the other part. Yeah, we have Galleria.
And we have Marsha's retreat.
We come back from Galleria on a Monday, and then that Saturday is the 1-day retreat that we do at Hodgepodge. So
Do we have another event?
no, we just have some trunk shows.
Oh, our laid back retreat in November that I missed last year, but I get to go this year.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Before we're done, I actually stitched a little bit since we've been home. So I got to my next 0.5% on making finery. Let me make sure that, yep, it's up, right side up. So I'm filling in more of her hair and in here. I think I'm at 7%, maybe 6.5%. I can't remember offhand. And then I went to work on Main Street, and I'm going to be working on Main Street until I finish that building. Because I have to. I got to get the building finished. My friend said, have you started your stitch along for our table? And I'm like, I sent her a picture of the Main Street Sal. She goes, that's Main Street. I'm like, yes, it is. That's the stitching I've done. Like, that's it. But I saved the, how do you compare one gift to the another? It's like a child. Anyway, I have one more gift, like a specific gift that's not exactly stitchy related that I received at our retreat. And it was just a very thoughtful gift because it was meant for me and not anyone else. It was like, obviously, it was for me.
For you.
Yeah. So, my friend Donald, he does have a floss tube. What's his name? Captain Cross Stitch. You could watch him. He's a lot of fun to watch. That's actually where I heard about the table thing. The table,
Mates.
No, the table stitch along. Oh. Anyway, I was over visiting his table and he said, I actually have something for you. I'm like, what? He goes, close your eyes. I don't like that game, like ever. But I'm just like closing my eyes. And he's opening this box. And look what he pulls out. Oh my gosh. I have a baby that was with me a lot during the retreat. So this is Crystal. Meet Crystal, the Christmas sloth. She's actually my first female sloth. All my other ones are named Slothy because I'm not original with my name. So I have Slothy and Slothy 2 and Slothy 3. But this is Crystal. She's really special. So I wanted to show you all because he said he was out with his wife and he said every time he'd see this he was thinking of me. He's like, I just got to get that for her. And his wife let him. I don't know how else to say that. She obliged and said okay. But it is so sweet and just so neat. And so I had a friend. I had a partner who sat with me a lot.
And took your place in your chair to be your stand-in.
She was my stand-in. Crystal was my stand-in. And Crystal spent more time at my seat and my table. My table mates probably knew Crystal better than they knew me. Oh, let me talk about Mel. So I was carrying down from my room a lot more than I had hands for. And I was balancing things as best as I could. And I met her, I think it was in the elevator or right off of the elevator. I think she might have just been coming in. And she was asking about the stitching room. And I was obviously wearing my Grace Notes shirt. And I said, I'll take you in. And introduced myself. And she's like, can I carry something for you? I'm like, yeah, can you take my phone before I drop it? So we're talking as we're walking in. And I said, are you here with anybody? And she said, no. And I said, would you like to sit with us? We have an empty spot at our table. And she's like, oh, wow, that would be really, really nice. So I introduced her to my table mates. And I left.
Sorry.
A couple hours later, I came back. I said, how are you doing? There's something I should have told you before inviting you to sit with us. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, I don't really sit here much. And I feel really bad inviting you to sit with me and
abandoning you.
Leaving you, yeah. And she's like, it's really okay because guess what? Everybody else was nice to me. So it worked out really good. And she liked our table mates, but I'm a really bad table mate.
I think we are too.
You'll be better next year because we won't be teaching classes.
Yeah.
Didn't take that long. And she's going to schedule a little bit differently next year because most people did it the first day. So if she doesn't.
And everyone brought theirs back. Look what I did. Look what I did. And
it's a really neat idea.
I need to go make one.
But yeah, so I felt really bad for Mel because I left the newbie. But my table mates picked up the slack. They are sweet, sweet women. And yes, they made up for me not being there. And I'm going to say, Mr. Grace Notes, was he there? He was there a tiny bit more than me.
Yeah. But
not much. But there were periods I would sit down but I couldn't stitch. I'd just sit down for a half hour and chat with my girls because I needed to, talk to them and get to know them a little bit better and just listen to their stories while they were stitching. And I got to sit at other tables too. They'd be like, here, have a seat. So I did go around and sat. I just didn't stitch, which was okay because I honestly only planned on late night stitching, which is why I took Eiffel Quaker, because it was one color. And I knew I could do that with tired eyes. So, and somebody else was tired, and I'm getting tired now. So we are going to be done and finish and say our goodbyes.
Happy stitching!